Welcome back, trainers. So we're finally going to be going through a tutorial on how to take down Arlo. I know it took me a while. I was sick, as well as collecting all those components, especially in my city, is very time consuming. And now that it's snowed, thank goodness we can simply buy the radars in the shop for 200 Pokecoins a piece. So if you're interested in that, take a look. I bought a ton just in case they might take off again. Anyways, going up against Arlo here, I've been hearing a lot of you say that the Gyarados is pretty difficult for you. We're going to be taking a look at that shortly here. I can go through all of these with 1500 CP Pokemon, but I wanted to do something more realistic for everybody else that can see it eye to eye instead of like, what is this 1500? But I'm going to be doing more realistic Pokemon, something that other people can relate to because not everybody can do this with 1500. Anyways, the Golem does have Smackdown, Rock Throw, and Earthquake, so we burn the shields. This is going to be the second shield here. And the Golem does not have enough health to survive that Magnezone, so we're going to make a switch and freeze the Magnezone. Now, the Rhyperior is fantastic. What you can also do is start off with a Pokemon and then switch into another one in the beginning to freeze them up. We'll be going over more of that here in just a moment, but Rhyperior with Smackdown, Surf, and Earthquake has been serving me quite well. Not only do I like this Pokemon, but its moveset is pretty good. Fun fact, Rhydon was actually one of the first Pokemon designs. Pretty interesting stuff. So we're going to go ahead and head in here with the Golem. Just do a little bit of damage with that Smackdown and Rock Throw, and then finish it off with the Charizard. I did not go up against a Dragonite. I did a ton of these. I was trying, but I couldn't find any of those. And for Dragonite, I do recommend, obviously, Ice types. Articuno works pretty good. Mamoswine, Powdered Snow, and Avalanche. Now, really quick before we move on here, take a look at Scarlet, what she found last night. This was after we battled an Arlo. She got 2 Unova Stones and a Shiny. This is not separate. This is at the same one. And also take a look at her inventory regarding the Unova Stone. She has 10 of those. Absolutely nuts. Just wanted to throw a little hope out there for you guys who have still yet to find a shiny Shadow. I know that's a little crazy to find, but at least the Unova Stones, you can get 2 at a time. Wow, insane. Anyways, let's move it back to the next one here. So congrats, Scarlet. That's pretty good stuff there. Starting it off with Rhyperior, of course, going up against that Scyther. So the Smackdown is going to be doing extremely good amount of damage because Scyther is going to be a flying and bug type. So if you don't have a Rhyperior, then you can possibly go Tyranitar, but I feel like the Rhyperior is going to be lasting longer because it resists everything as opposed to Tyranitar. It's kind of neutral damage up against the Fury Cutter. So now we have the Gyarados. We're burning that second shield, and then we're going to stay in the fight here. That Waterfall is doing a good amount of damage. I do believe, oh no, it has Bite. Waterfall is a killer though, but it doesn't really matter. This lineup is going to be solid to take him out with that Raikou and that Thundershock, as well as Wild Charge combination. It's very spammy. So in comes the Scyther here, in which you're going to want to use Fire. So we are locked in here. So we're going to just do as much damage as possible until, you know, it faints us out. And then we're going to go in here with the Charizard, or it's a Moltres, and just take it out with a couple of Fire Spins there. So there goes that Arlo as well. Now, I did go up against a Crobat with Bite. That is pretty nasty. It's not something super difficult to beat, but with 1500 CP Pokemon, it can prove to be quite a challenge. So hopefully I can find another one of those and try to do it with the 1500 CP Pokemon. So this one right here is 1500. It is not going to be the Crobat though. So starting it off with Probopass up against the Scyther. The Scyther was extremely spammy with its charge moves for sure. So Probopass is going to be pretty nice. If you do not currently have one of these, you do not PvP, I can see why you haven't made one. It's not really going to be useful for you unless you go up against the Team Rocket bosses. Now, even if you're not trying to do the 1500 CP challenge, this thing is still going to be pretty good to use, all right? With that Rock Slide and Spark. So we have burnt the shields here, and we're still looking good on health, and now we're going to be able to take the Scyther out with the Probopass, Spark, and Rock Slide. Very good combination there. In comes the Probopass, and we're going to make that switch into our 1500 CP Garchomp, or at least under 1500. We do have Mudshot and Earthquake. Earthquake is going to do a great amount of damage to it. And we are going to be able to finish this off with quick moves here as long as we shield this up. And stay tuned because I will be finding a shiny myself, a shiny Shadow Pokemon. This is absolutely awesome. Very cool. So it's going to be the last one that I did. So Our Garchomp is out for the count here, and we're going to go in here with Probopass, do a quick Rock Slide, and then switch into Charizard. Now the Charizard barely survived, and you can probably go in here with the better option. I just wanted to see what it could do and how well it would hold up against the Scyther there, or the Scyther. Alright, so we take him out. So now that I've done all of these tutorials, I do believe I'm going to be going around and trying to take down every single one that I run into. Doesn't matter if it's Sierra, Cliff, or Arlo with 1500 CP Pokemon. Now I know the most challenging one I do believe is going to be Sierra with possibly Gardevoir Charm. I have still yet to run into one of those. I want to extremely bad. Now going into the next one here, we're going to be starting it off with Rhyperior. One of my favorites. I've been talking about this ever since these rocket bosses did come out, and it has been proving to be fantastic. Now I do personally have Surf and Earthquake. You could possibly go Surf and Stone Edge, but I find it very useful with that Earthquake as well as the Surf to burn the shields. The Earthquake is a good nuke for that Magna Zone if I was able to get to it. I do believe it's going to be just a couple of charge moves off for me to actually do it, but lucky enough for me, we can take advantage of the opponent using its charge move. Therefore, it's going to be freezing it up, and I'm going to have that advantage to gain energy to get to my Earthquake. So remember, after they use their charges, they will be freezing. Take advantage of those moments, and after you use your charge, they will be freezing as well. Now we're going to be going in here with the Garchomp, just, I don't know why, just because, and doing that Earthquake there. We have no more shields, but that's fine. We're going to go in here. We do have Raikou, and then Rhyperior as well, but it's almost fainted. We want it to freeze up, and we're just going to go in here with Raikou and then finish it off with a Wild Charge. Now that was a little bit unnecessary. I didn't really need to go in there with the Rhyperior. I could have just finished it off with the Raikou, but it is what it is. Anyways, we take him out there. Now a combination I've been using quite often that has been successful for me is going to be Rhyperior, Raikou, and Moltres. Now if you did run into Dragonite, you're going to be running into some problems because I was unable to test this combo because I just simply didn't run into a Dragonite, unfortunately. So anyways, we're going to start off with Raikou. I'm going to show you a trick here, and then you're going to switch into Rhyperior. So you're going to be able to do a bit of damage, gain energy on your Raikou, switch into Rhyperior, freeze the opponent, and that is the whole key. You want the opponent to freeze. So now we have a little bit more health on this. We still have 2 shields to burn, but we do have a couple of serves stacked up here. So in comes the Crobat. I do believe this is the one. Oh no, that's definitely Air Slash. So we're burning off the next shield here, and obviously Earthquake isn't going to be doing much, but we're just going to do as much damage as we possibly can with that Smackdown, and then go ahead and go with that Surf. And we're going to be able to take out that Crobat too, so the Rhyperior putting in work here, as well as doing that switch in the beginning, enabling us to do so. Getting off a Surf onto the Scyther, switching into the Raikou that's basically already charged up here. I do believe that was a misplay. I wanted to go with the Moltres, but this works as well because we have already got our Wild Charges ready to go, thanks to those couple of quick moves in the beginning and then having the opponent freeze, so we're able to take that one out with ease. So I think the easiest set for Arlo is going to be Scyther, Crobat, and Charizard for sure, right? You can just go in there and throw rocks and you'll be good to go. Alright, moving on to the next one here. Let's see what we have going on. And I do believe we have a couple more. So, and then we'll be seeing that shiny shadow. Alright, so starting it off with Rhyperior, of course. Alright, so just going to go ahead and do that Smackdown. Now this time around I didn't start off with Raikou and switch in. But make sure you take note of that and use it, because that is a very good tactic. Alright, so the opponent is going to be getting off its charge right at the end of its life, which is okay for us. We did burn both of our shields, but that's fine. We have a ton of energy to burn the other shields on their end. So in comes that Crobat, and we're just getting a little bit more energy, because remember, after you use your charge, they're not going to attack you for a few seconds, and you have to take advantage of that, as well as yourself using your charge. So say you have 2 charge moves ready to go. Don't hit them back to back. Use one, do a couple quick moves, and then use the other one, right? So we go in here with Raikou, in comes Charizard, and we're looking pretty good here. We're just going to hit it up with Wild Charge a couple of times, do a few Thunder Shocks here, and get to another one, and we're looking good. So yeah, Raikou is a pretty fantastic option to go up against it. If it did have Magna Zone, it's not going to be looking too good. If it did have Dragonite, it will be neutral damage. I think you'll be okay if you did have to face it with a Raikou. But remember, you probably just want to go in there with ice types. And check it out, I got myself a Univistone. Isn't that nice? That is going to be the second Univistone that I've received doing all of these rocket stops. So, all right, going into the next one here, I do believe this is the last one. And of course, Rhyperior yet again. Just wanted to make the point that how good it is, right? We did see the Golem at the beginning. I used that because it was a request from somebody. So I just did test it out. I'd already had a second move purchased, I think, or I might have purchased it just for this video, but it's not too much. It's like 10,000 for the Golem. So it's a bit of a budget there. So in comes the Crobat. We did burn both of the shields. I was trying to switch. I couldn't do it fast enough. And I go in with the Chandelure, and then I had to make a switch back into Raikou because I did not want to use it at that time. But that's okay because we did freeze the opponent, but the Chandelure is just about fainted. The Raikou is going to be able to go in here and almost finish it off. And as you can see throughout all of these different demonstrations, Raikou is performing quite magnificently, holding up against those quick moves and able to get off those wild charges and doing a great amount of damage. Now in comes the Chandelure here. I forgot that I don't have fire moves on it. Yay! Alright, but we're able to still finish it off. I actually don't even go for the charge move and just finish it off with hexes. And there you have it, folks. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the grand finale. This just blew my mind. So honestly, we were about done, but I did see a couple more rocket stops, and I was like, all right, let's go ahead and just do those. And I'm so happy that I did because, well, here we go. We were both able to finish the night with a Univistone, at least one on each end. She got 2. I do actually, throughout the whole night, I think she got like 4 or 3. And then we were both able to get our shiny Scyther. So quite a fantastic night. If you guys did enjoy this tutorial video, please give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends if you found it useful. Hit that like button for shiny luck, guys. Let's go. What an amazing night. Thank you for watching, trainers, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.